every girl, fluttering here and there in her childhood, playing cheerfully, having so much fun. No one can stop her from doing anything. And that small bruise on her leg can only make her cry for instance. And then she starts to smile again. Slowly, girl loses her childhood and starts to grow up. And with the growing age, she finds a lot of change. The way she looks, the way she walks, and the way she talks. There are so many transformations in the body that sometimes she might even fail to realize. But I have realized. I can still remember the day I got my periods. Sitting in the examination hall, I started to bleed. I felt little dizzy, very much uneasy. I wanted to run, but afraid of that stain on the right back of my white skirt. I asked for permission. Teacher started so many questions. I wanted to resist, but could not persist. And finally, I stood up. I found many boys laughing, and that day I felt ashamed for my periods. I returned to home and cried, not because of the growing pain, but because I felt ashamed. But my mom, she congratulated me. I told her how they were laughing. Suddenly, mother holds me, and you know what she told me? You are not the only one who has been made to feel ashamed. There are many more women who on day-to-day basis have felt the shame for their periods. She said, see, it's possible that we know the word better because of the blood that visits some of us. It interrupts our favorite white skirt and shows up at dinner parties unannounced. Blood will do that. Periods. It will come when you are not prepared for it. Blood does that. Periods. Blood is the biggest siren, and we understand that blood misbehaves. It does not wait for a hand signal, a welcome sign above the door. And when you deal in blood over and over again, like we do, well, that makes you a warrior, my child. And that day, I felt proud for my periods. So here's the anatomy lesson for all those who mocked on women for their periods. There's a thing called uterus, which sheds itself after every 28 days or so, because the women knows how to let things go, how to let dying things leave the body, how to regenerate, and how to become new, how to wax and wane. I think that you don't know that when your mother carried you in her belly is what made you buoyant, made you possible. You had it under your tongue when you burst through her skin, wet and panting from the heat of her body. The body whose machinery you tried to mock, that body wrapped you in everything that was miraculous about it. Period pain is something which every woman finds difficult to go through. I myself have gone through such a pain every month. But who cares? Menstrual cramps and womanly disease are surely considered nothing but a myth. But there's a condition which every woman should know about. Hey women, for a week every month you bleed, rivers forming oceans of red, and they'll never get what it feels like, so they pretend that they don't know instead. It starts with unbearable pain, gnawing ache in your abdomen, your body with war itself, running out of patience, girls skipping schools, women missing offices. Staying in home feels like a better deal than dealing with all this. Cramps, clots, the wretched pain, all aboard with period train. It's natural process, my child, mother persists. But no, dysmenorrhea, a condition that women don't know exists. Period may be normal, but the period pain is not. Consult a doctor if you feel that pain is above the normal. The war of women with her periods doesn't end here. She is made to bleed in old dirty clothes and considered as impure. Not to enter the temple, not to enter the kitchen, not to bath daily, and not to touch the pickle. Girls, if you won't raise your voice now, your coming generation will surely suffer. Menstruation is just a biological process, and science has nothing to do with myths. Girls, it's really time to challenge the discrimination that is associated with menstruation. Try to discuss and be very clear. It's not a topic of taboo, then why to fear? It's really very sad. You, women, feel shame to ask for sanitary pad. And for all the women who are on their periods, stop blinking your eyes and mind you, not to whisper in someone's ear why you wanted to hide your periods and let others not to hear. Until you stop shaming, they will make you feel over and over again. They will give you sanitary napkin covered in layers of paper and put it inside a black polythene. I don't understand what's there to hide when it's every woman's strength and basic right. And for all men, I'll say something openly to them. Never ignore this, saying it's girls' problem. So all the dear gentlemen, whenever you find a woman in pain, don't try to pour your questions upon her, which she might find sometime difficult to answer. Be it a father, husband, son, brother, or just a friend. It doesn't matter what relation you share. At that point of time, women only needs your full support and care. Periods.